Hello and welcome my dear friends and students. In today's video I am going to explain a very important concept, that is the Laplace law for spherical membrane, or obtain expression for excess pressure of a either for liquid drop or for a soap bubble. Now for that, in general we consider one spherical drop having a radius small r. So this is our initial consideration. This inner one is our consideration. This is the drop of radius r, which is spherical in shape. Now we know that the area of sphere is 4 pi r square. So that's why I write here initial surface area A1 equal to 4 pi r square. Now let us consider the pressure at inner side and pressure at outer side. So Pi be the pressure, that is the internal pressure, and Po, that is the external pressure. It means pressure inside the drop and pressure outside the drop. Now we have to find the excess pressure. So here pressure is inversely proportional to volume. That's why here Pi is greater than Po. But I say here pressure is inversely proportional to volume. So here the volume of inner surface, that is less. So that's why Pi, that is greater than Po. So that's why I write here excess pressure is Pi minus Po. Now let us increase the radius of that drop through a small distance dr. So that's why I write here. Now here let us consider the small increase in radius of that spherical drop, that is the through dr. So that's why I write here r is the initial radius, and when we increase the radius by dr, now the radius of this outer drop, that become r plus dr, because here we are increasing the radius by a distance dr. Now when we increase this radius, the final surface area become A2 equal to 4 pi. Instead of r, you have to write r plus dr and its square. Now expand this term by using the formula a plus b whole square, that is 4 pi as it is. Here that is square of the first term, that is first term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus second term square. So that's why I write here A2 equal to 4 pi. Here in bracket r2 square plus twice r into dr plus dr square. Now our assumption is we are increasing the radius through a very small distance. So this dr is very small. That's why the square of small thing is again small. That's why dr square, that can be neglected. It means here you have to just consider these two terms, that is while considering the final surface area. So we have only A2 equal to 4 pi in bracket r2 square plus twice r into dr. Then you have to multiply it. Then we have to find change in surface area. Then after that we have to find the work done. And then finally we have to find the pressure. So let us revise it before going to further. We are considering here a spherical drop having radius small r. Let us consider the initial surface area as a 4 pi r square. Now consider Pi be the internal pressure, Po be the external pressure. Then whatever the difference between Pi and Po, that gives us the excess pressure. Now let us assume that you have to increase the radius of that spherical drop through a small distance, very small distance dr. So when we increase the radius of that spherical drop by dr, then there is a change in surface area. Then consider the change in surface area, that is A2 equal to 4 pi r plus dr square. Expand this bracket. Now what is our again assumption? As dr is very small, therefore dr square is small. So neglecting dr square, we have A2 equal to 4 pi. Here r square plus here twice r dr. Now here consider the change in surface area. We have final surface area, we have initial surface area. So that's why right here change in surface area dA equal to A2 minus A1. Now here we have the value of A2 minus A1, that is here A2, the value of A2 is 4 pi in bracket r square plus twice r dr. The value of A1 is 4 pi r square. If I multiply by 4 pi to these two terms, so we get 4 pi r square plus 8 pi r dr minus this term as it is. Now you can cancel this 4 pi r square plus 4 pi r square minus 4 pi r square. Therefore, change in surface area, that will be 8 pi r dr. Now consider the definition of here surface tension equal to surface energy per unit area. That is, the surface energy is nothing but the work done. Therefore, T equal to work upon area. Therefore, work equal to surface tension into, here you have to consider change in surface area. So I write here, by the definition of surface energy, work done equal to surface tension into change in surface area. Put the value of change in surface area. So we get first equation, work done equal to surface tension into 8 pi r dr. Now here consider the work done as per this definition. That is, work done is the product of force and displacement. We displace that spherical drop, that is by dr, by applying the force F. So here again put the value of F in terms of pressure. We have the basic formula, pressure equal to force upon area. Now keep in mind, this is very important step. Now which is the area you have to consider? You have to consider the initial spherical drop, whose surface area is E1, and we are here using the force in order to increase the here radius of that spherical drop. So that's why here keep in mind you have to consider the initial surface area here. So work done equal to pressure into initial surface area into the displacement. Now initial surface area is 4 pi r square. Now this is the second equation. Just equating these two equations, first and second, we have P into 4 pi r square dr equal to T into 8 pi r dr. So we can cancel this pi. We can cancel 1 r. We can cancel this dr. So we have P equal to, actually it is 8T upon 4r. We can divide it. So the reduced formula is P equal to twice T upon r, where T is the surface tension and r is the radius of that spherical drop. This is the equation for liquid drop, which is, in case of liquid drop, it is spherical in shape, but it is here completely filled with the liquid. Now here, if instead of liquid drop we have the soap bubble, then you have to modify this excess pressure equation for the soap bubble. Keep in mind, in case of soap bubble, both the surfaces, inner as well as outer surfaces, both are in contact with the air. So that's why you have to consider two surfaces instead of the one. So which are the changes that you have to consider when instead of liquid drop you have to find the same equation for the soap bubble. So let us consider it. Now in case of soap bubble, which are the things that we have to consider differently? Now as I told here earlier, in case of soap bubble, that is inner as well as outer, both surfaces are in contact with the air. So that's why we have to consider total change in surface area. For one surface, In case of liquid drop, only outer surface is in contact with the air. So that's why we write here only 8 pi r dr. Now in case of soap bubble, we have to consider both surfaces. So that's why right here 2. That is the first change. So total change in surface area is equal to 2 into 8 pi r dr. Why we write here 2? Because both surfaces, inner as well as outer surfaces, that are in contact with the air. Then here as per definition of surface tension, we have work done equal to T into dA. Actually it is surface tension equal to work upon area. Actually it is surface energy per unit area. Again use the same formula, work done equal to T into D. Put the value of total change in surface area. So that is our equation number 1. Now here if we consider the work done as per definition, the product of force and displacement. Now we are applying the force on only one surface to increase the radius of that soap bubble. So that's why work done equal to pressure into initial surface area into dr. So that is the similar step. Work done equal to P into A1 into dr. So equation 2 is similar to that of this equation. Now when we obtain these two equations, then just equate it. So P into 4 pi r square dr equal to T into 16 pi r dr. Again cancel this pi r dr. So we have this is P equal to 16T upon 4r. So if we divide by here 4 to 16, that is we have P equal to 4T by R. So this is the expression for excess pressure in case of the soap bubble, and this is the expression for pressure, excess pressure for the liquid drop. So while attempting this question, first of all let us see carefully where we have to obtain this expression for excess pressure for liquid drop or for the soap bubble, and also while solving the problem on this formula. So let us here be careful whether we have to use the formula for liquid drop or whether we have to use the formula for the soap bubble. Only the change is that here we have to consider two extra factors for the one another surface. So here this very important expression that can be easily remembered by considering this step. First of all, we just consider the initial surface area, then we consider the small increase in radius of that spherical drop and find the new area. Then find out the change in surface area, that is equal to A2 minus A1. Then when you obtain the change in surface area, then use the definition, that is here surface tension equal to work upon area. Then we have as per definition, that is work done equal to force into change in surface area. Then consider the next step. We here use work done equal to, that is surface tension into change in surface area. Then again use the one equation, that is work done is the product of force and displacement. Here displacement is here. When you got these two equations, then just equate that two equations and find the final answer, that is P equal to 2T by R for the liquid drop and P equal to 4T by R for the soap bubble.